Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all in that order. Just kidding. My name is Mitch. I'm an alcoholic, and I have your daily reflections for July 31st. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. It's a good book. And today's is titled A Prayer for All Seasons. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. From the 12 steps and 12 traditions, page 125. And it continues. The power of this prayer is overwhelming in that its simple beauty parallels the AA fellowship. There are times when I get stuck while reciting it, but if I examine the section which is troubling me, I find the answer to my problem. The first time this happened, I was scared, but now I use it as a valuable tool. By accepting life as it is, I gain serenity. By taking action, I gain courage, and I thank God for the ability to distinguish between these situations I can work on, and those I must turn over. All that I have now is a gift from God, my life, my usefulness, my contentment, and this program. The serenity enables me to continue walking forward. Alcoholics Anonymous is the easier, softer way. This serenity prayer works on so many different aspects in life than just recovery. It is, in my opinion, the key to everything. It has helped me immensely. And I would hear people say that, and it's kind of like our stubbornness. People, well, you just got to accept it. You got to accept it. Really, that's all you can do. The majority of the things in our life are not going to go our way. So we better learn acceptance. And if we don't, we're going to spend a lot of time in anger, resentment, blaming people because we didn't get things our way. Well, guess what? It's almost never going to go your way. If you think about a situation in your life, a big plan of yours, it never goes exactly the way you want it. That's just life. And I've been reading another book on this subject as well called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. This book is great. This author is really cool, and it helps a lot with me in my recovery. But this one is great. It's turning trials into triumph. It's so we accept things, and if things don't go our way, we just have to look at our perception of it. But I've got a few things I could say about that. So back to the things we cannot change. I have three points that work well for me, things that I cannot change. The first one is other people's opinions and personalities. Very important, because I find myself, I'll get frustrated, not as much as I used to back in the day. It takes a lot to really get under my skin, but that's life. We're going to be around these people that just press our buttons and can ignite that short fuse that we all carry sometimes. And I find it very difficult still, because I'm an accepting person. I understand, okay, John Doe per se is really frustrating me. I accept that he wants to get under my skin. So you just have to accept that and not give him that attention. But it's easier said than done, because I am still trying to find that middle ground where I don't come across as an asshole, but I want to be like, there's certain people we just don't get along with. It is what it is. And that's not our fault or their fault. Sometimes it's both. But anyway, I have to find that way of saying to someone without hurting their feelings that I don't appreciate conversations with them. I don't need to talk to them. I don't need to talk to you about things, but it's where I will bottle that up, and really it makes it worse. I'm an empath, so I care about people's feelings a lot. It might not seem that way sometimes, because I bottle up these things, and someone will be really negative and just trying to press my buttons, and I just have to accept that person. Accept that's who they are. I don't have to even say what I was saying before. I don't appreciate talking to you. I don't need that, because really that's kind of negative. I'm playing this out in my mind right now, and I just have to be silent, go forward with my life, and I don't have to include that person in it, whoever this person may be that's affecting our lives. If they make your blood boil and it's unhealthy for you, and you find yourself thinking about them and they're renting that space in your head, you have to you just got to figure out a way on how to accept it, and there's multiple ways on doing that. I'm not sure if that helped, but it's helping me. And here's another one: our legal situations. That's one that helps me a lot because I have situations that I've gotten into. I've gotten in trouble with the law, and there's certain things you have to wait on. That's regardless. There's a lot of us in recovery that have been in legal trouble. You can't speed that process up. Say you have a court date coming up, you can't speed that up. You will ride out anxiety really bad, because I rode a lot of anxiety, and I can honestly say I have no anxiety with any of it anymore. I'm just looking more forward to getting things done when this has happened, and just starting that new life. And I know I'm in that process now, and that's really all about your perception of it. Like, okay, patience is key. So I have to just understand I cannot change that court date. I can't change what ticket I got. I can't change the actions that I have done. We just have to accept them and look at the positive sides of things. You're free. You didn't kill anyone. You have learned a very valuable lesson in life that you would not have learned another way. As for me, an alcoholic, I would not have learned this lesson any other way had it not been for these things, which could have ultimately led to my death or someone else's death. And main positive thing is you're alive. You are still alive to move on and live to fight another day. It's a pretty cool thing, and that's how you should perceive it. And the third one is the mistakes of the past. Pretty much the same thing. You can't change any of these mistakes that you made. We cannot change. We can make amends to these people when you're on that step. You can move forward. You could say sorry for certain things you've done, and if they accept that apology, that's good. If not, oh well. And I've talked about that before too. You continue to move on, and you grow in your recovery. And every single day you can be a better person, and you are a better person already. You're doing a great job. And just the fact that we know we have these problems is amazing. So it, you're there. You know the mistakes you've done, and you have to remember these mistakes. These are pretty vital to me to staying sober, because I was just talking to someone last night, and it's just funny how our brain works. We tend to remember all the really good things. It's just like how the brain works. We hold on to these really good memories, but our brain will tend to block out all those bad things over a period of time because they're negative, and it doesn't want that in there, so it's important to replay that tape from your mistakes of the past. It will help you stay sober. And then I wrote down a little bit more here too. Though we find ourselves facing many things we cannot change, there is one thing we can change: how we perceive them. We can turn these trials into triumph. We must think clearly. Every situation that blocks our path, in essence, is creating a new path to take. We should reassess our mission and goals and move forward with diligence and carefulness, accepting what we cannot change, and look inside ourselves on what we perceive the situation to be, and does that benefit us in any way? So be positive. We can't focus on that negative stuff. I mean, I know I just said remember the past, but we don't need to focus on the past. Also from this book, this is a great one. I thought I'd read from Obstacles Away. This is a short little something. It's at certain moments in our brief existences, we are faced with great trials. Often, those trials are frustrating, unfortunate, or unfair. They seem to come exactly when we think we need them the least. When it rains, it pours. The question is, do we accept this as an exclusively negative event, or can we get past whatever negativity or adversity it represents and mount on an offensive? Or more precisely, Can we see what this problem presents can we see that this problem presents an opportunity for a solution that we have long been waiting for? Love that, dude. It's so cool. This guy is just great, and it's so, I don't know. I'm just really excited. If any of you guys in recovery, seriously, check out Ryan Holiday. He's a great author. But yeah, we could turn all these negatives into positives. That's what it is, and that's what I'm doing right now in recovery. I'm turning this super negative Mitch into a good positive Mitch that can possibly help people, and I think we can all do that. So remember the Serenity Prayer. It will help you in so many ways in your life, and when you find that urge, just if you're mad about something and something you can't change it, don't spend any more time. Just say that prayer in your mind. Understand, I can't change it. I accept I can't change it. And then move on. Have that courage to change the things you can, which is yourself and your perception on the things in the first place. So I love you guys. That's all I got for today. One day at a time. Peace.